Hi, I'm Gregory White, and this is your weekly Tango events update. And today's date is March 25th, 2022, and this is my second update. A lot of stuff happening in the world today, in the tango world, and in the San Francisco Bay Area tango community. And so I'm going to share my screen with you. And then we're going to whip over to housetango.com and we're going to see what's happening. So when you first come into the House Tango website, you're met with the main feed. Anybody that's posted anything, their posting will show up here at the main feed. And then you see all these things up here in the top menu bar. You can invite people to the site. You can see who the existing members are, look at albums, and there's a chat and forum. And you can even do polls. But what we're talking about today is events. So we're going to go right over to the events. You can have upcoming events, past events, or create a new event. This is, you just go up here to the events thing and you can create a new event and you can put your own event up. So we'll just click on events and then we're met with the events calendar. So this thing is updated every day and it's updated by me. We had 850 events that I have personally put up. And when I put up an event, I put up what's listed here is the agenda, or you can look at the month, or you can look at the week. But the agenda really is the best way to utilize this. This is done on Google Calendar. It's really clean. Like today's date is March 25th. And these are all of the major events that are happening in the San Francisco Bay Area. We have Point Richmond classes with Christy and David. And that's a relatively new venue for people. It's fantastic. You could check it out. It's definitely a highlight. And then we have at Pick School, which is like a private school, ball dancing school. So at any rate, then San Mateo, beginning dancer classes with Gustavo and Jessica. We highly honor these beginning classes because that's what keeps the tango community fresh. And then we have Bien Polenta with Andrea and Adrian, and San Francisco Milonga Genesis. Everybody knows that one. And San Anselmo is having their Milonga, so that's this evening. On Saturday, on the 26th, we have Bien Polenta, which is like, this is slopping over from yesterday, and Genesis slops over from yesterday as well. And then starting at 10 a.m., in the morning, we have San Anselmo Followers Footwork with Rose. After that, we have Tango Technique with Rose. And then in San Jose, we have a Beginner's Tango by Adrian and Andrea. And then in San Francisco, now let me point something out here. Everybody knows Terrence Clark. And he's a writer and very astute about these kinds of things. And he pointed out that in my agenda here, that he had to think about where these various things were in order to decide on what to go to. So he said that the first thing that I should put up are the names of the cities. And so that's what I've done. So you can just look through the 26 and see, okay, where's San Francisco? Here's one. Okay, there's one. So there's really a couple of them, San Francisco, and then Richmond, and Redwood City, and all the San Jose, and San Anselmo, all these different cities. So you can decide, okay, where do I want to be? And then you can kind of see what's going on in those different venues. So we have all of the things on Saturday, and Saturdays nowadays are your biggest day. There's a lot of them. We had the Filippelli twins are in town, and they're in various locations. And tomorrow they're at the Allegro Special Milonga, starting at 7:30. And they good. I took some classes with them at a private party a couple weeks ago, and they were fantastic. Really, they're little kids and their family, and they're just wonderful people. So I wouldn't miss them. And we got the Queer Tango at the Buenos Aires Cafe, and that's always a nice little thing to do. So that's your Saturday. And then Sunday, we have the Los Altos Pre-Intermediate Tango Series by Adrian and Andrea. San Jose, Carlita Dominguez, Ladies Only Tango Workshop, and then classes with Lisette. And then Maxine Roquel in Walnut Creek at the Tip Top Ballroom. San Mateo, Guided La Cadencia Tango Practica. We have Richmond Allegro special workshops with the twins. Rohnert Park, we got a Practica with Christopher, and I think that's Beso. I think that's the Beso. Let's check on that and take a look. Yeah, that's Practica Beso. So you see you can just click on details and you're taken to the actual site. And this is what I put up. I put up, all that's happening in every day. I put up these. So this is all your details on the left-hand column, and then you got some graphics and some various other things. And you can still go back to your top menu items up here, but we're just going to go back to the events, and we're on the agenda format here. So we have all of these, and you can go through and look at some of these. But right now, and put up my notes. Christy Cody, oh yeah. She's in a little movie appearance. It's called Tango Shalom. And Sandra and I watched this movie. It's a very upbeat, wonderful story. And I don't want to ruin it for you because it's pretty interesting the whole way along. And it has a lot of energy. And then we noticed that these two people are performing at a tango festival. And the judges were all sitting up there, and I noticed when we were watching it, hey, that's Christy Cody. She's in this movie. And then I find out later on that, yeah, it is her. And so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you can just go up to tangoshalom.com, and you can see what's going on over there. Mask requirements are, you wear your masks. Sandra and I are still wearing our masks at Milongas, and we'll take them off maybe at a table if we know the people and if we're not too close with them. But when we're dancing, we like to wear masks. Yet, I mean, there's the new Frankenstein variant that it's half Omicron and half Delta. It has an Omicron head on it, and a Delta body, so they call it the Frankenstein variant. So that's out there, and there's just a lot of things. So other highlights are, don't miss Christy's class on how to lead for experienced followers, how to lead, because Sandra's continuing to go to those classes, and she's just taken home some really, really good stuff, and her dancing is improving by doing that. So also we have the 25th anniversary of Verdi Club. That's on the 26th, and at Verdi, and that should be a pretty good show. And then there's also the Friday Milonga at Alma del Tango is a fundraiser for Ukraine, and so that's also a big highlight for the day. So those are my highlights. There we go. So here I am back